Man, that thing is even washing its ugly face. I've seen it all now. Uh-oh, this isn't looking very good for Gonzo. If I was Gonzo, I'd keep so still, it's not funny. I'm getting in nice and close for you. I want you to see exactly how the redbacks work and why they are just so amazing. Warning, this video contains graphic footage of deadly spiders that can even take out one of its predators. Now that's deadly. Well, hello, this is week 5 of my Deadly Spider Enclosure, Hunger Games, Truman Show, whatever you want to call it. It has been a very adventurous week between week 4 and week 5. There's been more births and there's been plenty of death. Each week I did come along, I put a silver dot there. If egg sacs have been late in the week, I also put a black dot, so that's the 3rd week of having egg sacs. I know some people might have thought, oh, Leo will get tired of looking at this spider tank. And in fact, I think I haven't got tired. It actually sucked me right in this thing. There is just so many things that go on in here, and I'm starting to realise just how awesome the redback spider is. They haven't been able to make web against the Vaseline area that I set up, when was it, back in week 3. So I can safely take this off. It's been another awesome week inside this tank of death, or a spider home, whatever you want to call it, because a lot of things die in here. The redbacks seem to survive, although a couple of weeks back, one redback had another redback. There's a little girl right there, I think it's a girl, just in my tweezers there. There's another female there. I'm just pointing them out because they can be quite tricky to see. Just giving her a tickle. There is sort of the big mama over here for 3 eggs, and there's that millipede there that are stuck there. I think these are the eggs which will be hatching first. I might be wrong there, but they're almost due. I don't know why they haven't opened up. One of the skinks has been killed. I've caught that sort of on the time-lapse video. That only happened yesterday. Sad, but hey, that's nature, isn't it? The other one is still alive, as you can see there. I'm just spinning the tank around very carefully here. The devil bug, remnants of the devil bug, is down there somewhere. Of course, there is a redback there. Maybe you're counting them as we go along. There is another redback there with the 2 egg sacs there. Now, they have been disrupted. These have been attacked. I actually put a great big beetle in during the week. That beetle is there. And there was an epic battle between that beetle there and the redback. And I mean epic. And I've caught that on the time-lapse video. There's another Christmas beetle there as well. And there's a cricket. There's like a fusion of 3 things there. Very evil looking, isn't it? And the spiders are fairly wary, I'm about. I know the way these girls operate now. If they feel threatened, they'll put out some real sticky stuff from their backsides. And I've noticed that they'll jam that down the jaws or whatever's attacking them. They are very, very skilled at killing things, I can tell you. That's why they're nearly all still alive in here. There's that girl there. She laid this egg up here, it was I think 2 days back. Yeah, very clever, aren't they? Notice they also do a swaying thing when they feel threatened as well. There's that sticky stuff coming out the back just then. See if I can get that on video. There was that first jab of sticky stuff. I'll see if I can get this girl to do it again. When they do a clump of really, really sticky stuff out their backside. Just trying to provoke her here. There it is there. Okay, I've got it. It's right on the end of the tweezers. That's what they use to disable whoever's attacking them. And believe me, I'm not a spider expert. I just learnt this from observing this tank. I've learnt a lot about these spiders. And we'll turn around to the caterpillar bulldozer thing, which has become like a refuge for the crickets. If they think there's safety in numbers, well, I've got some bad news for them. And the spider that we like to look at each week, or try and find, because there is only one of them in here, and that is the male redback spider. Mind you, there's no redback on the actual male. It is a tiny spider. It's somewhere right in the middle of screen there. I have to go in a lot closer. Quite a dynamic little spider. It's in the middle of screen there. I'm hoping to get it in a better position. Very difficult to focus on that spider. That is the male redback. Moving towards Thomas right now. Good, we can see him against the blue there. These were the egg sacs that were attacked by the beetle, and I mean they were attacked. The beetle must have seen these as a bit of a food source, and it just was actually quite an epic little fight that went on. They look deflated. I don't know whether the spiderlings in there have been affected. Mother spider still looks after these 2 egg sacs, but I just hope the spiderlings hatch normally. I'd hate them to die. So with me coming in here and having a poke around, these redbacks are starting to get fairly aroused. They're feeling threatened and they're starting to be very feisty. I like them when they're feisty. They're actually very interesting to look at when they're angry. When the skink down there was killed, it was sort of rather sad because it seemed like it was paralysed in its back legs. It actually got its tail caught up around a plant. I freed it from that, and then there was some weird activity going on in the back corner which gets seen in the time-lapse footage. But I'm not sure whether it'll become a meal or it was just a thrill kill. I mean, these spiders seem to be just random in the way they kill stuff. Well, each week I make sure they've got some fresh veggies to eat. Good girl, Mummy always said to eat your veggies. That female in the middle of the screen there, that smaller female, she is quite a frantic thing at the moment. I don't know what she's panicking over. She seems to be going all over the place and touching and feeling things. I have seen these spiders share meals, but not corners in a sense. They have their own zones. In a sense, that corner there is that spider zone there, that one there. Okay, so maybe she's just out trying to find a new home and she's just going along to everyone and basically tapping on the door and saying, hey, do you want me over here? And she gets shoved along to somewhere else. Maybe she's feeling a bit peckish and wants something fresh in the menu, and I've gone out and tried to find something different. I've got a very strange bug in there. I've got a big cockroach or woody there, and I've got a very, very unusual spider here, which my spider fans can ID for me. I've got no idea what this is called. It's probably called a rock bug because for all intents and purposes it makes sounds like a rock. I don't know if you can hear that or not. It looks like a little rock, but underneath is its legs, and it just plays dead like that when you play with it, but it will come alive. The rock bug wants more money to play in front of camera, so he's going straight in the enclosure as he is. Put him right in the carrots there. Maybe, hopefully we'll see him come to life. Looks like the crickets whispered into the ear of the rock bug there. Watch out for the redbacks. The next thing to go into the enclosure is a woody or cockroach thing. Oh, it's trying to escape there. The redbacks love these guys. Nice big meal for them. I'll get it into the enclosure. Watch this, boys and girls. Whoa! And that thing hasn't realised the death zone that it's in, but soon it will. If I was you, I'd steer clear of the things with the red stripes on their back and the Vaseline. You're not going anywhere past that. Notice that redbacks will start swaying when they feel like they're under threat from something. You also see that with, oh, look at that. Gave it the back legs and that woody thing has taken off. With the ground attitude this thing's got, I think it's the redbacks and they clean it up. It doesn't like things in there which are agitators. That's the one thing I've noticed. Taking a bit of a walk down the middle of the tank here. I'm thinking, where is a safe spot? I'm finding nowhere safe. Probably find a little bust on the Thomas the tank next and think I'll be the next driver for Thomas. In fact, this woody or cockroach, whatever it is, it's the most attempts I've seen of anything trying to escape. It will make a run for the Vaseline line. It's like this one's got brains, and probably they're the ones you want to kill because they're the ones who will end up taking over the planet. Now it's going to take a drink of the lizard's water. Get out of there! That's for the lizards! I've just got that feeling this thing is going to die really soon. And now it's got the hide to eat my beautiful garden in there. Get off there! Get off there now! It's trying to turf the crickets out of their spot. This thing is highly annoying. And there is Mr. or Mrs. Rockbug. Okay, you finally got it to show it moving there. It looks like it wants to drive in a Millennium Falcon. I just hope Chewbacca doesn't get annoyed. He's got a co-pilot that looks like a rock. Something's got to give with that woody thing. It's gone ballistic in there. Got a sneaky suspicion that redback is going to take out that woody cockroach thing, and it's not before time. That critter there is actually, I think it's feeding on the web, and I don't think that redback's going to allow that to go on for too long. They usually come in and get a bite into a leg. And once they land that bite, there's basically no coming back. There's a very small female having a bit of a wander around, probably having a bit of a feed on other things that have been left dead from the week. And there's one of the other smaller female redbacks doing some gardening. There's a better look at that very, very strange rock bug thing. Man, it looks like Gonzo from the Muppets. It actually has wings as well. I just saw it do a wing thing. And that rock bug, Gonzo bug, whatever you want to call it, is quite an adventurous sort now. It's getting onto the caterpillar truck. And that medium-sized female's now coming over and give Thomas the Tank a bit of a spin. Hopefully there's a shot of Boy Wonder nice and close to the glass there, and looks like he's going to have a drive on Thomas. Well, Gonzo's come over to take a ride on Thomas the Tank. That thing, I just can't keep my eyes off it. It's the strangest looking bug I've ever seen in my whole life. Whoa! The redback just jumped over it. That gave it a fright. It pulled its gonzo nose in then. Now it's off going down the side. Oh, that gonzo bug. It's funny, I can't keep my eyes off it now. It's just such a strange looking thing. It's trying to find a spot where it's comfortable. I can give it a bit of a hint. There's basically nowhere comfortable in there. I dare say everyone's going to be going for Gonzo. I don't want to see Gonzo die in this tank. Man, that thing is even washing its ugly face. I've seen it all now. I just saw it trying to deploy its wings. You know why? Because there's a giant redback just behind it. Very, very strange critter. I'm sure my audience is going to name it for me. I initially thought it was like a parasite type bug. Uh-oh, this isn't looking very good for Gonzo. If I was Gonzo, I'd keep so still, it's not funny. Go away, Redback, leave Gonzo alone. This video probably started a hashtag, something like this: pray for Gonzo. The chances of Gonzo surviving, I don't think are very good at all. Oh, might see a wing deployment here. But at least you can see its little backside split there. Come on, wings. Man, the thing flies out of here. Let it go. It's so magical, this thing. Come on, Gonzo. You can fly out of here. You're a survivor. With a face like that, you're going to live for 1,000,000 years. Wings deployed. Ready for liftoff. Make sure we're facing into the wind. And get our eyes on the top of the tank. Don't hit the Vaseline. There's some redbacks around, but we can fly around them. Ready for takeoff. Oh, no! No, he failed! He's down! He's down! And I wouldn't be surprised if Gonzo becomes a meal for that lovely redback right there. Gonzo's taking over this video. He's a fairly indecisive chap. I think his IQ is very low. He keeps going back to the top of Thomas here. Wings deployed! We're going to make another attempt to get out of this tank because this is a death zone. He's taking a look at the top. He can see the Vaseline line. He can see redbacks around. Wings out. Ready for takeoff. And here he goes. Go, Gonzo, go. Be free. If you get out of the tank, I'll let you live. Ah! No! He's failed again! I think Gonzo's fate is sealed. Well, Gonzo's now crawling on Thomas's face. I can tell you that's not going to help you. It might make the Thomas fans happy. In this tank here, it is just so mesmerising when you see what goes on and the action that the critters create. Mind you, most of the time the redback spiders are fairly inactive spiders. They're nocturnal spiders. I'm quite surprised they perform in front of camera and all these lights. Now, our feature spider for this week resides in this jar here, and I think it's a fairly nasty one. It's a very, very active spider. I have to be very careful once I open up this Illuminati lid. That is the spider there. I'm going to sound a bit strange because I'm talking down to a jar. I found this spider as I turned the light on it in our laundry. It's an extremely fast moving spider. It can jump and it can climb glass jars with ease. And to prove my point, if I give it a poke, you watch how fast this thing can move. Okay, whoa, see, it's getting up already. It is a really, really scary fast moving spider, this thing. Okay, I'm going to obviously get bitten here. I hope it's not a white tail, although it's got like a white thing on its tail there. Let's take a very close look if I can. That's about as close as I can get and keep focus. Maybe you can ID it for me. It's either a wolf spider or it could be a white tail. The audience is going to know. I don't like ones that move really fast. Ones that move slower I can deal with, but things like this, don't like them at all. Whoa! Man, that thing was coming straight at me. I'm sorry if I scared you. Hopefully getting there is a close look at that spider. Got the camera right down in the jar there. Definitely the sort of spider I keep this lid on here. I have seen this spider with ease climb this jar. I've had comments on my videos saying spiders can't climb glass jars. Yes, they can. Now, the way I've seen this spider climb this glass here, I'm worried that when I put it in here, it's going to go straight up here and get straight past this because it can jump. Okay, that Vaseline line is only going to stop things that can't jump across. I think I have to put the lid on when I get this spider in the spider enclosure. So I'm going to get this spider into the redback enclosure. What I've noticed when I add a spider into this enclosure is it's either a yay or a nay. But when the wolf spider went in, the stick spider was also killed, and I've got a funny feeling that aggro thing there is also going to get killed, and I'm going to try and get it into the enclosure here without getting bitten, if that's possible. I'm not sure whether I'm able to do that or not. Okay, it's down there, and I'm really, really fearful of this spider because it is a very, very aggro, fast-moving spider, and it can jump like fury, I tell you. Okay, if it is a white tail, it is a dangerous spider. Okay, and I don't want to deal with those too much. It's down there playing a game of cat and mouse. I'm going to get the lid on here because I don't trust it. I could get very rough shot video here because this spider moves very fast. It's going up near a redback here. Oh, what is that thing? Don't like look at that spider at all, hey? And if I don't like the look of it, I don't think the redbacks are going to like the look of it either. Hopefully you're getting good shots of this thing. I wouldn't call it a black spider. It's more of a grey spider with a brownish sort of legs. That little white speck on its tail, it's saying to me white tail. But I don't know enough about spiders to make a positive ID. I know it just looks nasty. Okay, and nasty spiders will tend to be the dangerous ones. Ooh, look at it, the way it's moving. That's very, very spooky, isn't it? It's having a bit of a taste of its feet. I think spiders taste through their feet there. I know it's got a pretty mean set of fangs on it, that spider. And don't worry, boys and girls, Gonzo is still alive there. Let's hope he doesn't get taken out by this new spider. How can we warn Gonzo not to go on top of Thomas? It's not a very good time to meet new friends. Oh, hashtag pray for Gonzo again. Please don't go near that killer spider. What is it when you don't want things to happen and they start to happen? Sort of thing. I'm just not going to turn the camera off here because, well, in a strange way, there's going to be a winner and a loser here. Just got that sniff about it. I don't think Gonzo's that bright. Maybe it's very intelligent, but it doesn't look like it. And it's getting closer and closer and closer to that spider. Who would you put money on, boys and girls? That Gonzo or that spider's going to touch? It's going to taste. And it's going to maybe see Gonzo as a threat. I don't know. Maybe Gonzo eats that spider. All I know is the spider is going to now go down to another zone here, which is not very good either because residing over there, oh, it's a redback spider. No matter where you go, spider, there's something sort of weird trying to get you, and that's going to do a bit of glass climbing. Oh no, it's just doubled back there. It's going to have another look at that redback spider over there. I'm just thinking, no, I might go over somewhere else. Well, it's checking out the greenery there. It's grown up a lot in the 5 weeks, I can tell you. They started off as nothing. They just came up as little seeds out of the soil. That new spider is just hovering there on some of the redback spider web. For all I know, it could be the perfect redback killer. You just never know, do you? Well, that new spider is crawling along, going over to some carrot here. To one of these tanks, the more you crawl around here, all you're going to find is more redback spiders. There's sort of no safe place to hide. And speaking of redback spiders, hello, lovey. And like I said, I don't know this spider. It could be the sort of spider that will get redbacks. I just don't know. There's got to be something that gets redbacks apart from themselves. They seem to be a very formidable sort of critter. That's all I can work out. Being quite brave here. That new spider is over next to that redback with the egg sac there. And if the redback is going to take out that spider, it happens very fast. They don't mince around when it comes to a bite. In fact, it may have caught one of the legs there in the web. That's the way they work. They'll use that real sticky stuff to trap something, and then they'll work out how to kill it. Oh, is that spider in trouble? Can it get out of there? Oh, it's trying its best. It's trying its best. Yeah, what would you be doing if you're that new spider in there, hey? Would you wait out your time thinking maybe I'm going to get free? Or would you try and put up a fight? That spider is putting up a huge fight to get free its leg there from the redback's web. Okay, somehow it has just broken free. Oh, there's trouble over there. There's trouble over there. And that new spider is in a very dangerous spot now. Big mama's down there. That's her egg sacs, which I call the mid-season ones. There's that new spider there, trying to climb the glass. It's sort of not doing it that well. Funnily enough, it could... Uh-oh. Well, no. What would you be doing? Maybe the redbacks are a bit scared of that spider. I'm not seeing it like take it out like that wolf spider from a couple of weeks back. Seems to be a bit more of a game going on. Looks like they're calling for backups here. I think the spiders or redbacks talk through their little legs. That's what I've worked out. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Again, that spider is stuck. Oh, this looks very bad. This looks very bad. Okay, boys and girls, I think we're seeing something very, very sad here. I think the redback's got it. I think that was it. And it happens so fast. Look at that, the web going out now, web being deployed. Gives you shivers, doesn't it? Got those goosebumps going there, hey? It happens so fast. When these spiders take action, they just do not mess around. Here come the backups. I can see other redbacks coming around now. I'm not turning the camera off on this one. This is just horrific. Just change the background now so we can see a little bit easier. Got some white in the background, just put a tub behind there. Wow, that happened fast, didn't it? Ooh, what a way to go. I'm getting in nice and close for you. I want you to see exactly how the redbacks work and why they are just so amazing. Look at the way the web's coming out the back of the redback. The other spider is still putting up a bit of a fight, but I'll tell you what, I know who's the winner of that battle. I think we're all starting to appreciate the redback spider and just how amazing they are. And look at this, where she's killed that spider. When the little babies come out, those spiderlings, look at the meal they're going to grab. If she leaves it right there, that's going to be their first meal. I just love watching the way they deploy web. Using their back legs there. And it's that super sticky stuff that they use, and I've seen them use it so many times. That's like, sure, their fangs aren't that big, but that super sticky stuff they lay down is a perfect trap element to get whatever they want. Yeah, they sort of have this communication thing. I don't know whether they communicate through the web in this tank. They certainly get around to each other and touch each other up and talk. But that was a pretty fierce spider, and it's not looking that fierce at the moment, is it? It's looking rather distressed. The females are quite amazing. You know, I don't see the males doing that much apart from pouncing around and moving very fast around the tank. But I tell you what, these female redbacks, very, very impressive girls. Quite miraculous how nature works, isn't it? I love seeing this. I've learned a lot about these spiders just by witnessing all this, and hopefully you've learnt stuff as well. I've got a lot of appreciation for them. Mind you, I kill everyone I see in the garden. I don't have any time for them in the garden because I've got children, of course. The top egg sac there, I think that's the oldest one, and the millipede has been moved up, right up, hard up there to the egg sac, and I think when the spiderlings come out, that's their first meal, and second course is going to be that new spider. Aren't they clever little things? I think a lot of people see the redback spider a little bit differently these days. I've certainly been amazed in the way they work, and this tank has revealed a lot to me. Now, what is really surprising, and I thought it got nailed before, but it's actually got out of the web there, that big cockroach woody thing is actually taking a ride on Thomas the Tank. It has survived. Just to prove it to you, if I give it a stroke, it should take off at high speed. Whoa! And now it's having a bit of a feed on some carrots. Yep, amazing little pet home. I wouldn't advise you on doing this. I saw someone saying, you know, is this safe for children? No, this isn't safe for children, because if children play with this and what's in here, they are going to be in some very serious trouble. I'll put the time-lapse footage up as a separate video. Between Gonzo and the new spider, it really made this video too long for today's ridiculous YouTube algorithm. The Australian redback spider, the very close cousin to the black widow spider. Quite an intense spider, and I'm starting to appreciate the way they kill basically anything that comes into this tank. In fact, the only thing that's been able to kill a redback in this tank is a redback itself, and I think that speaks volumes of the way these spiders operate. I had an infestation of these guys all through my garden. That's why I've got this spider tank. And you can also see that when they want to breed, they breed lots of egg sacs. So I'd hate to count up how many spiderlings are potentially in this tank when they hatch. I don't know what I'm going to do to control them. The time-lapse footage from between week 4 and 5 will be a separate video. I'm sorry about that, because if I put it up the end here, a lot of people are not going to see it, and it's a fairly intensive bit of footage. There's a lot of really strange things that go on. Sadly, I better leave this video here. I hope you're enjoying the spider videos. And remember, let's pray for Gonzo. Hashtag pray for Gonzo. Will he be alive next week? As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.